Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral service for Helen Marie McCain, 91, of Cullman, will be this afternoon at 2 p.m. at St. Paul's Lutheran Church, burial at Cullman Memory Gardens. Moss Service Funeral Home is directing. Funeral service for Audrey Nadine Gates, age 76, will be this afternoon at 2 o'clock at Moss Service Chapel. Interment will be at Mount Zion Cemetery. Funeral service for Travis Dale Beam will be this afternoon at 2 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Interment in Warrior Creek Baptist Cemetery. Graveside service for Martha Nanette McElroy, age 87, of Huntsville, will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Cullman City Cemetery. Hansville Funeral Home is directing. Funeral services for Leslie Wade Fowler, age 70, of Cullman, will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will be in Hopewell Cemetery. And those are the obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2 right here in Cullman, Alabama. It is a chilly day today.
It really is.
Isn't it
crazy?
Yeah,
yesterday it was warm during the day, and then it started to cool down in the evening.
And then at night, the wind just picked up, and then it's still going outside. That is crazy how that happens.
That's true.
You walk out. I guess if you haven't checked, most college students aren't going to check the weather in the morning. We walk out and say it's warm, great. Right. We can wear our short sleeve shirts, leave our jackets at home.
Right. By the end of the evening, you're like, oh my gosh, what happened?
What in the world happened? Let's go ahead and jump off with the weather today for all you college kids watching out there in TV land. The almanac looks a little bit like this. The average high, 55 degrees. The record being set at 76 degrees in 1938. The average low, 34 degrees. The record being set at 9 degrees in 1971. Sunset tonight at 5:26 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:36 a.m. there's a look at the southeastern radar for you. As you can see, we've got some pretty heavy cloud coverage along the coast. Let's go ahead and look and see if any of that's going to affect us. Today, a high of 48 degrees, no chance of rain today or tonight with a low of 30 degrees. Tomorrow, warming up to 58 degrees. So I guess you don't have to keep your jackets out if you don't want to.
Well, you really do, because look at the rest of the week.
Look at that. Through the rest of the week, starting lows in the 30s, going up, just fluctuating all through the week. High 42 on Saturday, 40 on Sunday. So
well, look at the low on Thursday night, 17.
And Saturday, 15 degrees on Saturday. That is crazy. So let's go ahead and check. I guess that's all the weather slides we have. But it is going to be a very interesting cold
week.
Yeah,
this wave is coming through. So
and thankfully we don't have any rain, because if we did, I bet we'd see some snow with those kind of lows.
See some snow. Yeah.
We also have a Facebook friend of the day, so let's go ahead and check the Facebook friend.
B. Haley, and B likes Willie Nelson and Williams Barbecue. Well, he likes barbecue, so we're going to treat him to something a little different. We're going to treat him to, of course, Mad Dog Mike's famous barbecue right there in the Berlin Quick Stop. But come by here first and pick up your certificate.
Absolutely. And we also like to keep people informed on stuff that's going on in the area. That's a good thing to get involved with. I know we've been talking about the trip to New York.
Yes, we have, and that's coming up in June.
It is coming up in June.
So if you're interested in going along with this group, you need to give them a call. Adam King is the guy that's the contact person, and his phone number is 404-827-8936, or you can visit him on the web, MUZISHN2, musician2 at AOL.com. But this trip is going to cost about $1,400, and it is a fantastic trip. I've been on this trip before. Yeah. It's really great. You see a lot of things. You've got a lot packed in those few days. So if you've never been to New York, or if you've been to New York before and you just want to go again, there's shopping involved, there's good food, there's plays, all kinds of wonderful things that you can do while you're there.
New York is single-handedly my favorite city that I've ever visited. I've been there twice. I have an aunt that works for the company that manages the subways up there, and so we got to go and stay with her. She lives up there like every other week, kind of deal. Like she travels up there and lives, and then she comes back and lives in Nashville, where her home is. So we got to go and stay up there. Man, it's just
busy.
It is something else.
Yeah.
You feel like you go home at night sometimes in Coleman, and you're like, what do I do? Well, in New York, it's just like, why don't I just walk down the street and see what's
exactly
going on?
Right, because I've been there before a few times, and one time we were out, and it was after a play, and it was like almost 11 o'clock at night, and we were walking back to our hotel, and there was this long line of people at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm thinking, what are they doing? They were standing in line to get one of those hero sandwiches. It was just one of those little individual kiosks just out on the sidewalk.
That's
11
crazy.
o'clock at night. I'm
That's
like, at 11, I'm in bed.
Right.
What are these people doing eating?
And we went and saw a Broadway musical called Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
And when we got out of it, it was late. It was 10 or so, and it was like the city
was on fire.
Like lights were still going, people were still. It was still as loud as it had been. But it's so cool.
Yeah.
Walking out in Times Square at 11 o'clock at night and it being as bright as it is during daytime.
Packed. It is absolutely packed.
Yes.
So I don't know when these people sleep.
Yeah.
I really don't, because they have to get up and go to work the next day.
Somebody
I'm
does.
sure.
Somebody
maybe, I don't know, maybe these are a lot of tourists, but I don't think so. I think these are the New Yorkers.
Some New Yorkers. I'm sure it is a good handful of tourists, but I mean, it is. I feel like it's something that if you've seen the movies, any movie in Times Square, any movie in Central Park, it's worth going to see, because it's just bigger than you can imagine.
Yeah.
It's bigger than they can even portray it in a movie like that.
It's just lots of fun. Would not want to live there.
Right.
Would not want to live there, but I love to visit there.
Yeah, I would never want to live in the city, but I mean, living in a suburb like, especially as a performer, I feel like that's just like
Yeah.
performer paradise.
Yeah.
You know, like
Now
there's
that
probably
for you,
always
that would be
somewhere
great.
to perform.
Yes,
but,
that would be fantastic.
But it's
You
such
need
a
to try
contrast
that.
to coming home
Oh yeah.
and being there.
Oh yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
tired. You're tired all the time. I was tired the whole trip because I couldn't there was always something to do. We walked you
Yes,
walk
yes.
everywhere.
And you know what I was going to point out? You don't see very many fat New Yorkers.
You don't.
They're thin. They're all thin because
Yeah.
they're all walking. They're
Yeah.
all, they're busy. They're in a hurry
You
to get
don't
to
really
work.
have cars. I mean, a lot of
You
people
do,
have cars.
yeah.
But
I just assume walk
the
rather
most
than driving. in
right, the most
traffic,
cost-effective travel.
Yeah, is walking. And if you
Walking.
live downtown, you can walk everywhere.
Exactly.
It's all convenient for you. So anyway,
We also have a day in history today, so let's go ahead and check out that. February 10th, 1763, the Treaty of Paris ends the French and Indian War.
all right, very good.
There you go. Very historic event right there.
Yeah.
We don't have much to say about that. It's pretty much just a standard
I
fact
wasn't
right there.
around at that time, so I could not comment
can't
too
really
much,
speak.
other than the fact that it was a good thing to
It
end.
was a very good thing. That lots of people died during that war, but it was very good for them to finally end that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about our guest today.
Well, we are going to visit with Chris Machen, and he is he's with West Point Band. I guess he is the director.
He's a booster, right?
He's
Director.
the director.
He's the director.
He's
Fantastic.
the director, and he's talking about the Boosters Rodeo.
The Boosters Rodeo,
This
that's
is a
what I heard.
fundraiser, I'm sure, for the band. Bands always need money for
They
travel
do.
and uniforms and all kinds of good stuff. So we're going to find out about the details about this upcoming rodeo.
Absolutely. Well, don't go away because after this first commercial break, we're going to come back and talk to him in just a second.
Let's go. 50 Omaha said hut. Losing feeling in my toes. Nothing beats that new car smell. Chicken parm, you taste so good.
Nationwide is on your side.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Mr. Chris Machen is the West Point band director. He's only been there for a couple of years, and he's here to talk about some really fun things that are going on over there. So, what do you got for us today, Mr. Chris?
I'm here really to talk about and promote our IPRA rodeo. It's going to be coming up. It's the 32nd annual West Point Band Boosters Rodeo.
32nd. So
Yes.
this is something y'all have been doing for many years.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't realize that. but-
It's been going on for a while. Actually, we're coming up on 25 years with IPRA here in about a year or two.
And explain what IPRA is.
It's the International Professional Rodeo Association.
Okay, so it's a sanctioned rodeo. Is that a good way to say it? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
it's an IPRA sanctioned rodeo.
So is it a traveling rodeo?
It's a national system. They have rodeos all over the country, and this actually feeds into the national championship, which will be in Oklahoma.
So these people have to qualify at different rodeos in order to be able to get to the big
nationals.
ones, to the nationals.
Okay, well-
So they're traveling around looking for these types of rodeos, and I
Yes.
would imagine that they are probably very familiar with yours, and yours must be well attended by the
Yes.
participants as well as the viewers.
Yes,
right?
yes. It's a lot of people will know when it is. They know it's going to be, coming up soon. It's going to be first weekend in March this year, and people are already at a year in advance and say when's next year's going to be.
Right.
So everybody's usually pretty aware, and we have a good turnout for it.
So for those of us that, kind of have only seen it pictured in movies, rodeos.
So you're not a rodeo goer?
I'm not a rodeo goer. I've never been to a real rodeo. Well, that's what I'm saying. So for those of us that are just picturing bull riding, there's more. I feel like there's more to a rodeo, right? What all does that consist of?
There's a lot. It's not just bull riding. No, there is, a lot of people, you've heard of, PBR, professional bull riding, things like that.
Right.
Ours is a full-out rodeo. It's a real rodeo. So you have things like steer wrestling, calf roping, barrel racing, saddle bronc riding, bareback riding. You have all kinds of different things. Plus, and we also have bull riding as well. So there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Right. So this is going to take place. Where do you guys hold it at?
It'll be at the Coleman Ag Center.
Okay, which is appropriate. Now, are there any local guys that kind of participate every year that you know?
We have several. They come in from everywhere. We've had, I think we had somebody as far away as West Texas last year. People just come in from all over the country. They'll actually travel and do a circuit. They are professional. They are professional. Ropers, riders, anything. They're professionals and they travel, and that's what they do for a living.
Because in the rodeo, they actually win prizes and win monetary prizes, right? So that's why they're doing it.
Yes, they are professionals.
Yeah, okay. And so if somebody wants to buy a ticket, do they just buy it at the door that day?
They can buy it at the door. They can contact some of the West Point Band boosters. We'll have our number on the site. Go to westpointband.org. We'll have information up there about ticket purchases and things like that, and we will be selling them at the gate.
And I would imagine this is a good, fun family night, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's great. We have a clown, rodeo clown, everything. It's very family friendly. A lot of fun. We'll have games and food and other activities there as well. We're also having a rodeo queen pageant, which also feeds into the national rodeo queen pageant. And we actually have a local lady who's participating, Lexi Malone. She's participating in the national competition this year. So we're trying to help her out as much as we can, and that's one of the things that we do. Any young lady from middle school all the way up, I'm not real sure where it caps out. I think it goes all the way to
so an
adults.
old lady like me could participate?
I think I'm not even. I wouldn't say old. I wouldn't say old.
Spot there.
I wouldn't.
But older, maybe.
A young lady like you.
Right. Okay. Politically correct answer.
Yes. Oh, you're doing really good. Doing good today. Well, of course, this is a fundraiser for the band. Anything in particular that y'all are raising funds for?
We're still working towards uniforms. We've been doing that for the last couple of years. This is my second year at West Point, and we're getting bigger. And so we don't have enough uniforms to fit everybody now.
Right.
And it's a pretty hefty price tag. They run upwards about $40,000 for a set of uniforms. And and not only are we raising money for the uniforms, we're raising money for travel. A lot of people don't realize exactly how expensive it is to travel just to a ball game. It's depending on how far it is. Travel to one ball game can run upwards of $1,500 just to get there and back.
Wow.
And so not to mention competitions, food,
right.
Fuel, insurance, things like that.
You just got to do all that if you really want a successful band.
Yes.
So you've got to compete. You've got to be able to do those kinds of things.
Yes.
Well, all right then. Well, of course, one more time, where and when?
It'll be at Coleman Ag Center. It'll be the first weekend in March.
Okay, and it starts when?
Usually it'll start around 5. I think gates open around 5 or 6.
Okay, in the evening?
In the evening.
Okay, very good.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get some more information, and so we can put it up on our community billboard for everybody so that we can just be reminding them the closer we get to that. We just want to go ahead and I
You might just have to go.
Mosey on over there and watch me
definitely come
rodeo. Yeah, it sounds really interesting. Well, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And everybody stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to come back to our merchant ad segment right after this.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Welcome back to the show. This is the part of the show where we like to give away some prizes. You know, a fun little tidbit. Okay. Chris Kyle from American Sniper, that the movie is based off of.
I was going to tell you that.
He rode rodeo before he joined the military.
Yeah, he was a professional rodeo rider.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I thought about that when we were doing the interview, and I thought,
too.
I'm not going to go
We're not going to go there.
But he was.
Yeah,
he was.
Interesting little thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the prizes that we have for today's merchant ad segment. 2 free cupcakes from Frosting's Bakery. We also have an assorted bag of apples from Steel Orchard. Those are always good. And then a pass to Hurricane Creek Park, a day pass for 1. So go ahead and keep your eyes and your ears open as we talk about some of these merchants. Let's go ahead and jump into them.
And today, of course, Red Velvet Cake by the Blizzard of the Month by Dairy Queen. And what that looks just awesome to me. I want one so badly, but I'm trying to be a good girl.
There you go. Are we all?
How appropriate for Valentine's Day.
Done Right Taxes and Bookkeeping Services. You can do it by appointment, walk in, drop off, personal and business tax. Go and see them. They have some great hours of availability there at the bottom, located on 9th Street Southwest.
And there's Be Fit Fitness Facility in downtown Coleman has this special that's continuing through the month of February. $50. What a great deal. Month to month, no contracts, and the membership does include a personal trainer.
Steel Orchard is the highest quality products at the lowest possible price since 1985. Check out the baked items. They have great baked items there. County Road 1141.
And Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, featuring the $14.99 Family Barbecue Pack. That includes a pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, and 4 buns. Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
Earl's Body Shop has been voted best automotive repair in Coleman. Large and small towing available, local or long distance, 24-hour towing available. The Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center, they also have tons of fitness opportunities there. A 6-lane competition pool, full fitness center, indoor rubber walking track, aerobic and cycling classes, and more.
Chesley Oaks Golf Course, and of course they have the 18-hole golf course, full practice facility, beautifully manicured bent greens, and 4 sets of tees to suit golfers of all abilities.
Berkeley Bob's Coffee House and Whole Earth Store. It is a complete espresso bar. Organic fair trade shade-grown teas. That's not hard to say that sometimes fast. They also have great upcoming events in the form of Teddy Burnett, singer and songwriter. So go and check that out.
Valentine's Day. So if you want to treat your Valentine.
Absolutely. Well, there's our number number at the bottom of the screen, 734-7399. And our question for everybody today is, who is the color specialist?
Right, and one of our advertisers.
One of our advertisers.
Right,
I might have given it away there.
That's okay.
One of our advertisers on the show, and so go ahead and give us a call. The color specialist. Yeah. That's your clue for it. We're gonna take a look at Money Matters. Of course, it is brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, this is Adam Shedd, loan officer with Premier Bank. These days you hear people talk about customer service. We at Premier Bank believe and take it seriously. Whether it's coming in the door and being greeted with a hello or smile, or calling and talking to a live person, we take customer service seriously. So come by any of our 9 locations and give us a try. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, well, I don't think we have any callers.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Surely they know the answer to that.
You're all awake, right?
Yeah. Hello out there.
Hello out there. Well, we're going to go ahead and continue with our merchant ad segment for today. That's too bad. We'll go ahead and hang on to those prizes, but let's see what other advertisers we have with us. Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore. It's just down the road. Browsers are welcome. Used books are half price every day. New books are 20% off every day. Go check out Deb's Bookstore.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formal Wear, Coleman's only men's specialty store for suits and sport coats. Come and see us for their new prom looks. Oh, and they've got some hot new tuxedos and so forth.
Hair by Loretta. She is a color specialist.
How about
Hair
that?
care for the whole family. She does color, highlights, body wave, straightening, waxing. She also has a new location in Bella Fair, Day Spa, and Salon. Hair by Loretta.
And Grand Point Pharmacy, where they have coffee and gifts. And right now, kids can choose the flavor of their medicines. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a great thing if you're trying to give a child some medicine, liquid medicine.
Yep. Mullins Body Shop, you count on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and service, and you can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at the number at the bottom of the screen.
Cotton State Barns, no credit check, you're approved. Barns starting as low as $14.96. They're located right there on Highway 278 West, just past I-65. That's Cotton State Barns.
Frostings, their February flavors of the month are White Velvet, Cupid's Kiss, and Pink Velvet. So order ahead for chocolate dipped strawberries for Valentine's Day, something always yummy.
Yeah, Tires for Less, featuring Bridgestone and Firestone. But they're more than just tires. Go see Greg and the guys. Open as early as 7:30 in the morning till 5 in the evening.
Busy Bee Cafe, of course, offering a Valentine's special dinner for 2. You have a choice of anything seen there on the left side of the screen. They're open from 5 p.m. to close. He also mentioned that they might stay open a little later for guests.
That's right. Pizza Hut, all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, a new featured pizza each and every day. The buffet is from 11 to 2 during the week, and on Sunday nights from 5 until 8.
Liberty Tax Service, products and tax service with real benefits. Make your appointment today. You can see their availabilities there at the bottom of the screen, located on Main Street in Pantsville and 2nd Avenue here in Coleman. All right, those are our merchant ads for today. Hopefully you saw somebody. I know me and Tawny talked about it the other day. Tax season is upon us.
That's right.
We have 2 different tax services that you can.
Right. Get out there and get those taxes done.
You know, the earlier the better, I think.
Yeah.
Just get. I finished mine the other day, and it just feels good to
get it done.
To get it done.
Get her done.
and get some of that money headed this way, hopefully. But we're going to be coming back with our community billboard segment right after this commercial break. So don't go away.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Now it's time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The 12th annual Empty Bowls Dinner to benefit Coleman Caring for Kids Food Bank will be taking place at the First United Methodist Church, Heron Hall, on Monday the 16th from 4 until 6:30. Tickets are just $10. A silent auction will be held. For more information, give them a call at 256-739-1111. And Frederick Arsenault is doing a book signing on Saturday, February the 21st at the Huddle House in Huntsville. Portions of the proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And the Smithsonian Traveling Exhibition starts today at Wallace State, Huntsville, The Way We Worked, and it goes through March the 20th. Go by and check that out.
Very interesting looking stuff in that room right now.
And there will be a meeting. The American Legion and the Auxiliary are doing a little get-together at Veterans Hall at 1112 Veterans Drive on February the 12th at 6 in the evening. If you've served in the military during wartime in any capacity, you are cordially invited to attend. Please come and enjoy their dinner out. Compliments of the Auxiliary. And if you have something you would like for us to broadcast, you need to send it to our webpage, channel2coleman.com, or give us a call, 256-734-7399, or like us on Facebook and give us some information at Channel 2 Coleman. And we have several birthdays to announce today. Thola Fuller, Jeremy Stidham, John Connor Allred, and Gary Marchman all have birthdays today. Happy birthday, guys. Your names will be put into the drawing on Friday, where you have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And let's take one last look at the weather today, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Today, it's going to be a high of 48 degrees with an overnight low of 30 degrees. Tomorrow, warming up just a little bit, but just for a short time, to 58 degrees before we get those bone-chilling low temperatures in the teens. So that'll be tons of fun.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for joining us today. Our guest tomorrow is going to be...
It is Dan Townsend, and he's representing the Boy Scouts. I think he must be the district executive.
Yeah, that is what I've heard. So tune in tomorrow to hear what the latest is from the Boy Scouts here in our area. But until then, from all of us here at Channel 2, we hope you have a great day.